My name is Amber and this is Freddy. First, I want to invite you to see this world map. And you can see our hometown, Taiwan, is in the middle of the red circle. Taiwan is very small and have weak military power. So how could we protect us from other countries? Do you know why? How do we protect ourselves? No, actually the answer is the silicon shell. What does it mean? It means if Taiwan was be attacked and stop producing semiconductor, all the other countries will be unhappy because they will get very large loss on their industry. So today we are going to introduce the development of the semiconductor industry in Taiwan. In 1960, the Americans started to find some Asian countries which could lower their industry cost. And at the same time, Taiwan is at the turning point of agricultural to industry. So our government know that and they decided to develop the OEM. And in 1966, the first export processing zone was set in Kaohsiung, and many American companies come to set their factory here. And so our semiconductor industry is starting from packaging the wafer and test wafer. And in 1970s, the American company is actually teach us many basic technology. And in 1970, our government decided to develop our own technology. So they sent some engineers to America to learn how to design and manufacture technology. But no company want to teach us at that time. They don't want to teach us the latest tech, so we could only learn the second one. But someone says a crisis is a turning point. The one which is called CMOS, and which is we learned, become the mainstream in 1980s. And that make Taiwan be an important role in the world industry. In 1981, Taiwan's first company which produced the semiconductor was set, and it's called the UMC. And at the same time, the America's largest company, which is called AT&T, went bankrupt. So Taiwan's company started to receive more and more orders. And that made Taiwan be an important role in the production of semiconductor. In 1991, the profit of the semiconductor grew from 2.7 billion to 15.9 billion. And that makes our private companies become more and more. And in 1988, until now, Taiwan's private company become the mainstream of the production of the wafer. And this is the development between this is the semiconductor development between Taiwan and the world. Then Freddy is going to introduce the development only in Taiwan, and let's welcome Freddy.
Okay, thanks Amber. And next I will show you the growth rate of semiconductor industry in some time interval. First, and because the semiconductor industry is first introduced to Taiwan in 1965, so the average growth rate, the average output is very low. But in 1987 to 1990s, the growth rate turned to 74%. It's very high. And 1991 to 1995, the growth rate is 16. And from 1996 to 2002, the growth rate is 20%. You might think that the growth rate is continuously decreasing, but actually the semiconductor industry is still growing. And I'll show you the growth rate of the revenue. You can see at the first, in 1986, only 2.6 billion, but after a few years, the revenue becomes 468.6 billion. It's a remarkable increase. And this is because the semiconductor industry is long been dominated by US and Japan company. And in 1990s, Taiwan finally has the chance to break through this situation. And this is the top 3 semiconductor company in Taiwan. And now they are also well-known company. And actually, Taiwan's government has been supporting the semiconductor industry in Taiwan. They set up the export process zone in Kaohsiung in 1966, and it's also the world's first output process zone. And they also established Science Park, and the most famous science park is Hsinchu Science Park. Hsinchu Science Park is also near National Tsinghua University and National Jiao Tong University, so they can attract more companies to invest in the science park. And the government also provide many benefits in taxation, so they don't have to pay for the government for the tax for the first 5 years. And after this introduction, I believe that everyone believes that Taiwan is an expert in processing the semiconductor. So I think Taiwan can still use the silicon shell to protect ourselves. Thank you.